Welcome to the F-Bound Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Schroeder, Executive Function Coach. I help neurodivergent women learn tips and strategies to improve the life skills that will help them be successful. Organizing personal finances with executive dysfunction. Unless you're an accountant, organizing personal finances can be stressful and exhausting, but it can be especially difficult for those with executive function challenges. These challenges can make it difficult to stay organized, prioritize tasks, and manage time effectively. But with the right strategies and tools, it's possible to take control of your finances and achieve financial stability. One key strategy for organizing personal finances with executive dysfunction is to create a system for tracking income and expenses. This can include using a spreadsheet or budgeting app to keep track of all of your financial transactions. It is important to regularly review your budget and make adjustments as needed to ensure that you are staying on track. Another important strategy is to break down financial tasks into smaller, manageable steps. This can help reduce overwhelm and make it easier to stay focused on the task at hand. For example, instead of trying to tackle all of your bills and expenses at once, you might break it down into smaller tasks like paying one bill per day or setting aside some time each week to review your finances. Understanding executive function challenges. Defining executive function. Executive function refers to a set of cognitive processes that are responsible for planning, organizing, initiating, and completing tasks. These processes include working memory, cognitive flexibility, and inhibition. Ultimately, executive function skills are the life skills we need as adults. Often, people who are neurodivergent struggle with executive function skills, such as tasks that require planning, organizing, and managing time. They may have difficulty initiating tasks, completing them, and adapting to changes in plans. Impact on financial management. Executive function challenges can have a significant impact on your ability to manage your personal finances. Budgeting, paying bills on time, and keeping track of expenses can be overwhelming tasks. Additionally, people with executive dysfunction may struggle to resist impulsive spending or may forget to pay bills altogether. They may also have difficulty keeping track of important financial documents such as tax forms and receipts. Setting financial goals. When it comes to organizing personal finances, setting financial goals is a crucial step. By setting goals, you can create a roadmap for your financial future and stay on track with your spending and saving habits. Short-term objectives. Short-term objectives are financial goals that can be achieved within a year or less. These goals are important because they help you build momentum and confidence in your ability to manage your finances. Some examples of short-term objectives include pay off credit card debt, save for a vacation, build an emergency fund, and reduce unnecessary expenses. To achieve your short-term objectives, it's important to create a budget and stick to it. You can use budgeting tools or apps to help you track your spending and identify areas where you can cut back. Long-term aspirations. Long-term aspirations are financial goals that take longer than a year to achieve. These goals require more planning and discipline, but they can have a significant impact on your financial future. Some examples of long-term aspirations include paying off student loans, saving for retirement, buying a house, and starting a business. To achieve your long-term aspirations, it's important to create a plan and break it into smaller, manageable steps. You may need to consult with a financial advisor or do some research to determine the best strategies for achieving your goals. Creating a budget. Managing your finances can be challenging, especially if you have executive dysfunction. So many neurodivergent people, especially women, are always saying, "I'm just not good with money." But with the right tools and strategies, you can take control of your finances and achieve your financial goals. One of the most important steps in managing your finances is creating a budget. Income assessment. The first step in creating a budget is to assess your income. This includes all sources of income, such as your salary, bonuses, and any other sources of income. It's important to have a clear understanding of your income so that you can create a realistic budget. Expense tracking. The next step is to track your expenses. This involves keeping track of all of your expenses, including bills, groceries, and any other expenses you have. You can use a spreadsheet, a budgeting app, or pen and paper to keep track of your expenses. It's important to be as accurate as possible when tracking your expenses so that you can create a realistic budget. Allocating savings. Once you have a clear understanding of your income and expenses, you can start allocating your savings. This involves setting aside a portion of your income for savings. You can set up automatic transfers to your savings account or manually transfer money to your savings account each month. It's important to have an emergency fund and save for long-term goals such as retirement. Creating a budget can be challenging, especially if you currently feel like you're drowning, but it's an important step in managing your finances. Simplifying financial management. Because executive dysfunction makes things more difficult, you want to simplify your finances as much as possible. Automating transactions. One way to simplify financial management is to automate your transactions. This means setting up automatic payments for bills and automatic transfers to savings accounts. By doing this, you can reduce the number of tasks you need to remember and keep track of. You can also ensure that bills are paid on time and that you are saving money regularly without having to think about it. If you have ADHD, you've probably heard of and most likely experienced the ADHD tax. Because you forget things often, you pay extra fees and penalties. When you automate as much as you can, you should be able to save yourself this tax. To automate your transactions, you can set up direct deposit with your employer, set up automatic bill payments with your bank or service providers, and set up automatic transfers to your savings accounts. Develop a bill payment system. Managing bills and payments can be a challenging task for people with executive function challenges. See ADHD tax above. Developing a bill payment system can help you stay on top of your finances and avoid late fees and penalties. Payment scheduling. If automating your bill payment scares you, and this comes from having been in the red one too many times, I get it, you need to develop a payment schedule so you know what bills to pay when. This can be done using a calendar or spreadsheet. List all of your bills and their due dates, and then create a schedule for when you will pay each bill. For most of us, this will depend on when we get paid. This will help you keep track of your bills and ensure that you pay them on time. Reminder systems. Once you have a payment schedule, you need to set up reminder systems. This can be done using a variety of methods, including a bill payment app and/or setting up email or text reminders. Bill payment apps can be helpful as they send you reminders when bills are due and allow you to pay your bills directly through the app. Finally, setting up email or text reminders can be a simple way to stay on top of your bills. Many companies offer this service and can be a helpful way to ensure that you never miss a payment. Using technology effectively. If you have executive function challenges, using technology can be a great way to manage your personal finances. Here are some tips for using technology effectively. Financial apps. There are many financial apps available that can help you manage your money. Some popular apps include Mint, which is closed, but is now being reimagined with Credit Karma, YNAB, and Personal Capital. These apps help you create a budget, track your expenses, and monitor your investments. When choosing a financial app, look for one that's easy to use and has features that meet your needs. For example, if you have trouble remembering to pay bills on time, look for an app that has bill reminders. Online banking tools. Most banks offer online banking tools that can help you manage your finances. These tools allow you to check your account balances, transfer money between accounts, and pay bills online. If you have trouble keeping track of your spending, consider using your bank's online tools to categorize your transactions. This can help you see where your money is going and make adjustments to your budget as needed. Overall, using technology can be a great way to manage your personal finances if you have executive function challenges. Just be sure to choose the tools that are easy to use and meet your specific needs. Maintaining financial records. Organizing documents. When it comes to organizing your financial records, it's important to have a system in place that works for you. One effective method is to create a filing system with clearly labeled folders for different types of documents such as bank statements, receipts, and bills. This will help you easily locate important documents when needed. Consider using color-coded labels or tabs to further organize your files. For example, you can use red labels for bills that need to be paid, green labels for paid bills, and blue labels for important financial documents such as tax returns. If the paper piles irritate you, consider scanning them all into your computer and organizing them there. It eliminates the paper clutter and keeps everything at your fingertips. Regular review practices. It's essential to regularly review your financial records to ensure accuracy and identify any potential issues. Set aside time each week or month to review your bank statements, bills, and receipts. This will help you catch any errors or discrepancies early on and avoid costly mistakes. Remember that ADHD tax I mentioned? Regular review of your finances will help you stay on top of canceling the subscriptions and trials you don't use. Rather than paying for something for months or years, you can catch it the same month and cancel it. By maintaining organized financial records and regularly reviewing them, you can effectively manage your finances and avoid unnecessary stress and complications. Organizing personal finances can be daunting, mostly because many of us were never taught. Couple that with executive dysfunction, which makes you feel like you're incapable, and you get stuck in a mindset that tells you that you can't do this, which, as you should know by now, is utter BS. There will be a learning curve, and it will take time, but you can organize your finances and have control over your financial life. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the F-Bomb Podcast. Thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe below and check out my show notes to learn more about my Facebook group, courses, and membership.